Coach Jones, second time in 3 years you've put on the CPS Combine. Last year, disappointment not being able to do it. Did you get back out here this year? Great turnout with young men and a great turnout from other schools and coaches in the Cincinnati Public Schools.
We wanted to put something together a little different. We got some feedback from other college coaches and other parties of interest on our format. So this year we had a partnership with Enhance U and TKDS networks, the sport networks, and so put together a really good format, really good venue. Kids got some awesome exposure, and we're gonna come back with part 2 on Monday with the kind of like cream of the crop.
You really are the spearhead behind this. Talk about why here 3 years ago this became a passion for you, not just for your kids at Withrow, but also within Cincinnati Public Schools.
Because you see that a lot of the inner city just kind of lacks some resources when it comes to getting their athletes exposed. And so I didn't want to use anything as an excuse. We wanted to come together on one accord, one group, one team, and put together something really nice to get our kids exposed and really kind of get their minds rolling with the camp season. And so that's where we are. Post-pandemic, it's going to be really hectic because all of these camps are opening up, recruiting is opening up, normalcy is starting to come back. So we really wanted to kind of hone in and get our kids some exposure first before we take them on the road.
One thing I've noticed, like I said, I've been here the previous one 2 years ago, and today, these kids come together. They all have at different schools enemies on Friday nights when they maybe match up against each other, but a lot of togetherness when they're on this field working towards common goals.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about. There's some negative stigmas out there about inner city schools, especially Cincinnati Public, but these are some awesome kids. They come from some challenging backgrounds, some challenging neighborhoods, but at the end of the day, they're from the same place, and they root for each other when they're playing other teams. But when they come together, they're fierce competitors. And so really it's all about bringing kids from like areas together to compete. They push each other to get better and hopefully get some post-grad opportunities.
Talk about maybe a couple of your guys. I know some of your top guys weren't here. They're running track and so forth. But talk about some of your guys today that stood out.
So DeAndre Willens, we call him Rick Willens. He's been offered by Toledo. He did really well today. We had some young guys do well. Some DBs, Donshay Knox, Artremus Sartor. Those are 2 DBs that have really been kind of coming along here for us. We got some good talent moving forward. So those guys are really performing. They're finally kind of getting into camp shape a little bit. Got to fine-tune some things, but we got some guys coming on, and the horses are coming on Monday.